So Caitlin Clark is a hell of a player, but to say Caitlin Clark was not a flawed player is just wrong in my opinion.
Caitlin Clark has already sent shockwaves through the WNBA, and this time, it's not just because of her signature step-back three. She's been putting in serious work behind the scenes, transforming her body in ways that will change how she plays, and how defenders have to deal with her. The skinny college sensation? Yeah, she's gone. Clark is now stronger, tougher, and more prepared than ever to take on defenders, and the league is officially on notice. So what exactly changed?
Like every time you're seeing Caitlin Clark out, it's like, okay, she's not as skinny as she was, and this is someone who, like, that's something that she really needs to, that's something she really needs to do.
And what does it mean for her game, her team, and the future of the WNBA? Buckle up, because we're about to break down Clark's incredible transformation, the impact it will have, and why every WNBA defender should be very, very concerned. Let's rewind for a second. When Clark entered the WNBA as a rookie, she came in with all the hype in the world. She had just finished a legendary college career, breaking scoring records left and right, and was widely expected to take the league by storm. But as talented as she was, she faced a brutal reality check early on. WNBA defenses are no joke.
So Caitlin Clark in college was not the strongest player in the world. Like, she was somebody that wasn't weak by any means, but we saw when it came to the WNBA that she wasn't able to really assert herself physically.
Clark was used to torching college opponents with her range and skill, but in the pros, defenders were bigger, stronger, and faster, and they took full advantage of that. From day one, teams sent their toughest defenders at her, bodying her up, forcing her off her spots, and making life miserable. She was still putting up numbers, but you could see it. There were moments where she just wasn't strong enough to get where she wanted to go. And if you watched those early games, you saw exactly what was happening. She wasn't just going up against regular defenders. She was getting thrown straight into the deep end. Her first few matchups were against some of the league's best perimeter defenders, players who make even seasoned veterans struggle. That's a brutal welcome to the WNBA for anyone, let alone a rookie. But here's what separates Clark from just any talented player. She took that experience and used it as fuel. She knew she had to get stronger. She knew she had to transform her body if she wanted to not just survive in the WNBA, but dominate. And that's exactly what she did. Fast forward to this offseason, and Caitlin Clark has completely reshaped her physique. And we're not just talking about a little extra strength. She's undergone a serious transformation.
That's a really, really important thing. You can do it gradually. And I don't think she bulked up like a crazy amount. Like, she's not going to be physically destroying people. I just don't think she's going to quite get bullied as much as she did.
Coach Stephanie White even confirmed it. Clark has bulked up significantly. She's no longer that wiry guard who could get bumped off balance. Her arms are noticeably stronger, her frame is more solid, and her core strength has improved dramatically. This isn't just about adding weight, it's about adding the kind of strength that changes how she plays the game. And that means defenders who used to push her around, they're in for a big problem. Because now, when Clark drives to the basket, she's the one initiating contact. She's absorbing hits and finishing through them. She's using her body to create space instead of letting defenders dictate where she can go. This is a game changer for Clark. She already had the elite shooting, the vision, the handles. Now, she's adding something even more dangerous, a physical presence that makes her harder to guard in every possible way. For starters, her post-up game is now a real weapon. Before, smaller defenders could stay physical with her and force her into tough shots. Now, Clark can back them down, use her strength to create separation, and score with ease. She's been working on those moves, and it's already paying off in practice. And when she attacks the rim, she's no longer just hoping to get the shot off before contact comes. She's embracing it. She's muscling her way through defenders, finishing with power, and turning what used to be tough contested layups into high-percentage buckets. And here's where it gets really scary for the rest of the league. Clark's newfound strength isn't just making her a better scorer, it's making her an even better passer. Why? Because now, when teams try to double-team her, she's not getting overwhelmed. She's not getting knocked off her dribble. She's holding her ground, keeping her vision clear, and picking defenses apart. Think about what that means. Clark was already one of the best passers in the league as a rookie, averaging a high number of assists despite all the defensive pressure. Now that she's stronger and harder to knock off balance, those assist numbers are only going to go up. Experts are already predicting she could average a double-double in points and assists this season. Let that sink in for a second. In just her second year, she's being projected to put up numbers that only the best of the best have ever achieved. And it's not just her offense that's improving. One of the biggest knocks against Clark has always been her defense. She's never been seen as an elite defender, and last season, teams targeted her, setting screens to take advantage of her lack of strength. Well, that's about to change too. Clark's added muscle is making her a stronger defender. She's fighting through screens instead of getting taken out of plays. She's holding her own against bigger players. She's no longer the easy target that teams can exploit. And because she's stronger, she can now guard more positions. Before, putting her on a bigger, stronger wing was a mismatch. Now, she can hold her own. That's a huge boost for her team's defense, and it completely changes the way coaches will use her. So, what does all of this mean for the upcoming season? It means Caitlin Clark is about to take another massive leap forward. It means we're about to see a version of her that isn't just an elite scorer, but a dominant all-around force. It means she's not just going to be a star, she's going to be an MVP contender. Some analysts are already calling her the second favorite for MVP, behind only the league's best veterans. Think about that. A player who was already one of the most dangerous offensive threats in the WNBA has now added strength, physicality, and improved defense to her game. Defenders? They've got a big problem on their hands. And here's the best part. This isn't just about this season. Clark is thinking long-term. She's building the foundation to not just be a great player, but to be one of the greatest players in WNBA history. She's making the kind of improvements that turn good players into legends, the kind that separate stars from Hall of Famers. And if you thought Clark was dangerous before, just wait. Because the best version of Caitlin Clark, we haven't even seen it yet. So, get ready, because this season, it's going to be one for the history books. And if you're a WNBA defender still thinking you can push Clark around, good luck with that.